Hello, everyone. I just finished writing the volume one of a book titled Courtship in the Right Way. I just finished working on the volume one, and it's actually readily available on Amazon, the Kindle. You can, for now, I've only released the electronic copy, and as time goes on, we're gonna start to publish the hard copy for people that are interested in having the hard copy. At the end of this discussion, I'm gonna put the link of where you can have your own copy of Courtship in the Right Way. As you can see on my screen, I've got it on my screen. I can make it a little bit bigger than what we have it, just a bit. Yeah, Courtship the Right Way. You can see the couple holding each other's hand. I just want to quickly talk about what prompted me to write this book titled Courtship in the Right Way. This is very important because I got married 18 years ago, and I'm still counting. It's not by my perfection, but it's by the grace of God and being obedient as well. So, what prompts me to write the book is a lot of people are going through stress and challenges in their marriage. The challenges could be normal, but when it comes to stress, that one person is taking the life of their partner that they used to be in love, probably. I'm just assuming. I think it's so sad to get to the level of a wife killing the husband or the husband killing the wife. I'm going to be talking from a Christian and non Christian perspective because it is just a general thing, even in the house of God or in the not in the house of God. It's happening everywhere. I can't actually just understand why it will get to a level that a wife will kill the husband, or the wife will kill the wife will kill the husband, or the husband will kill the wife. It's a serious case. If it's not a mental issue or mental illness, I don't think it should get to that level. Because when the going is tough and it has to be taking somebody's life, then the church that said divorce is not the case. I'm sure the church will also support the fact that everybody should go their different ways to prevent any life being lost. Because it's happening all over the world, and it happens and people just move on. We need to talk into this. And one of the ways to prevent such things happening in our society, it's rampant. Because I just watched a clip on a platform that I belong, and an husband called the police. I've killed my wife. I killed her with a knife, and I use an hammer as well. I think that's an extreme situation. So one of the reasons that I wrote the book is because of the divorce and a lot of extreme, unbelievable stories happening in marriage. Marriage is not by force. You see, we've been brainwashed that okay, you go to school, you marry, you have children. It's not for everybody. I know a couple of people that they're not married and they're happy. They're very, very happy. Even one of them recently spoke with me that the best decision of her life is she's not married. That she's not lonely, but she just like the way it is. Some people just want their freedom. So marriage is not meant for everybody. So we need to kind of go back to the primary, to the foundation, that marriage is not by force. It's not for everybody. There's some people that just like their solo life and they're happy. So, but in order to help what is going on in our society to prevent divorce and people killing each other, that's why I wrote this book. Because I've been counseling a few people about their marriage. Some they decided to go their separate way. Fine, if that's going to make you happy. The only thing is the children along the line might suffer for a while, and after a while, everything will go to places. And you mean so it's better to go into such divorce rather than killing each other. But in order to have a very good marriage, a good foundation, this book is really going to help courtship in the right way. Before you jump into I do, or before you go into a situation where you're going to tell your partner that, okay, I'm ready, we're going to get married, you need to go through the process of courtship. You need to understand each other. Yeah, even if the world has changed, the global is moving, and we old school we need to move along with it. That people discover themselves on internet. There's so many dating apps. Fine, good enough. But before, even when they merge you together or you discover yourself online, you still need to go through courtship. You need to understand each other. You see, these are two different people coming from two different backgrounds. And at least in your 20s, I'm speaking with people in their 20s, in their 30s, you've spent at least 20 to 30 years of your life probably with your parents and a different environment. Similarly, the person you're going to have a relationship with have spent 20 to 30 years in a different environment with different upbringing. If one is lucky, probably from a good home where your parents have brought you up in a very good way. Even if your parents brought you in a very good way, how about the environment? How does the environment affect you? All these things over time has developed into the functionality of individual person. I see things from a different perspective. You see things from a different perspective. So two strangers are coming to live together. Don't let the love blindfold you. You need to see. I think it has a different meaning, or it's a very different idiomatic expression when you say love is blind. You see, the recent life that your love should not be blind. It might be like a compliment that love is blind if you do something unintentional, or if you're ugly, if you're beautiful, if you have this kind of a shape. I'm not going to look at that. I think that's what they mean by love is blind. But in a situation where you want to face the reality of life, the love should not be blind. Honestly, love should not be blind. And that is why courtship, it's required before marriage. You can't just say, oh, the guy is good looking, the lady is tall, okay, I love her, and then let's get married. It doesn't end there. Don't let the physical get you carried away, because there's still more to discover inside. So don't let the outward of an appearance carry you away, because there's more inside to be discovered from the person you say you love. So during courtship, a lot is going to happen. You need to discover each other. You need to be able to understand each other. Okay, I started dating. I think minimum for you to date, honestly, before marriage, courtship, minimum at least a year. You don't need to rush into it, because marriage is a lifetime decision. So courtship, at least a year. You need to know the person you're marrying. What are the things he or she likes? You need to also know the kind of friends he keeps. If as a Christian, the kind of church he goes to. How is he or a Christian's life? And you need to also discover the kind of family you'll be dealing with. He or she has been with this family for 20, 30 years of his life. No matter the love, you can't just snatch him away. You can't just snatch her away, because some people, when they get married, the wife or the husband, well, you're mine now. You have to keep your family away. It depends on the fundamental of him or her with the family. You can't just snatch him away. It's going to be a tough one. So you need to discover the family. Are they nice family? Are they the arrogant family? Are they the family that don't mind their business? All this you need to study. So that means it's huge. We only look at it from a minor perspective, but it is huge. You're going to study your partner, you're going to study his friends, you're going to study his family before you now decided to be, okay, I think this is the kind of a person I want. The first attraction is the physical attraction. Inside you, you have an idea of who you want to date. Okay, I want the person to be tall, I want the person to be light in complexion, black in complexion. Those are physical things that will attract you to the person. And when you now get those things and then you start to relate, then you start to kind of study his nature. Probably you, along the courtship, you need to discover the kind of friends he keeps as well. Does he like going out late in the night? He doesn't probably miss his going to the gym, or he doesn't miss going to the party with his friend. If you want to be part of his friend, are you comfortable with such? Those are the things you need to work on. And another thing in marriage, especially for the woman, is I would not recommend sex before marriage. That is another area people probably try to take their eyes away from. It gives you more blessing when there's no sex before marriage. I'm going to recommend that. You're not cheap. He or she needs to ask for your hand in marriage. You agree that you're going to marry each other. And then you need a blessing. You need counseling as well. Because some people might be like, okay, I need to sleep with you before we get married. You don't need to do that. I'm a Christian and I have to be frank about that. Sex before marriage is wrong. That's part of the courtship. So you find out that, okay, he likes work. Maybe Friday he doesn't miss hanging out with his friend. Will he carry you along? And you need to be able to understand as well that, can I cope with his or her lifestyle? And if it's the lady as well, what kind of friend does he keep? Does he have so many friends? Can I cope with a friend? And in courtship as well, both of you have to come to an agreement the kind of friend you want in your relationship. You need a good quality friend that will help to build your relationship that will lead to a good marriage. So the friends are important as well. You need to be able to examine that these friends we're keeping are those ones that will help us to develop a good marriage, or the ones that are envious of us. Both of you have to sit down and start to discover the kind of friends you can trust. Because some friends, out of enviness, they try to kind of poison your courtship. And if you escape that and you get married and you still keep such friend, they're gonna poison the marriage. So the kind of friendship is important as well. And then you need to know the background of he or she. What is the background like? Was it raised by both parents or single parent? It doesn't matter, as long as even if thousands of single parents are fantastic, it doesn't matter. But you need to know the kind of way they've raised him up. Is it the one that beats, or is she the one that beats? All these things you will see during courtship. You will know if this guy is going to be flogging you, or if this woman is going to be slapping you when you're married. How does everybody get upset? We get hungry. But when you get hungry, what tenacity do you have to control your hunger? All these things you need to discover. Don't ignore them. A lot of marriages, they see all these things. We're quite intelligent. Human beings are intelligent. You see all these lapses during your courtship, and you still go ahead. Probably slap you twice and, oh, I'm sorry, it's anger management. You need to go and sort out your anger manager. Anger management. You need to sort it out. You can't be using he or she as a punching bag. or if you start to give an excuse, I'm so sorry, I've got hunger issue, over time I will get over it. No, you need help. And even if you find yourself in a situation with someone that have anger issue, you might have to cut the courtship for him or her to go and sort out that first, and then you come back together, and then you study again. You don't need to rush into marriage. And because a lot of people rush into marriage, they divorce. Even to the least things of why you probably when you have spent the weekend together and you find out the guy is the one that snore a lot. All those things might affect your own sleep. To the least thing, when you listen to these things that cause divorce, you'll be like, wow. Even some people, the eating habits. Your partner is eating and the whole table is, you can hear the noise. All these things you need to check out, because the least thing causes divorce. When I read a lot about issues of how people broke up, I'm like, seriously? So all these things might look little. You need to find out as well. The snoring is not in news. It's not in news. Quite a lot of people that I can't just stand it, or they might start to endure living in staying in different rooms because of the snoring. So during courtship, you need to discover a lot. And another thing is your prosperity, being successful together. Is your partner the one that is a go-getter? If there's a problem, or maybe if he's having challenges financially, is it the type that you think will be successful in the future? You don't have to be a millionaire, billionaire, but at least a hard-working person. Either he or she, what are we bringing to the table together? That if I'm in trouble, will she be able to back me up? Or if she is in trouble, will your partner support you, bring concern anytime? So all these things you have to find out is agility, is skills. Can he protect me? Can she protect me when trouble comes? Will he always defend me? Will he always be there for me? There's quite a lot to discover during courtship. And when you do your courtship in the right way, to be honest with you, the foundation is going to be solid. So my advice is, build a relationship with your partner before you go into marriage. Discover who the person is. Discover his attitude. Discover his family. Discover if this is somebody you're going to spend the rest of your life with. You don't need to pretend. When you see fault, sit down and iron it out. Is it fault that can be solved together? Or is it a default that you can live with? When you start to see issues that you cannot live with in a marriage, please run. Both partners, run. You can't endure, or it's difficult to say you're going to change people. It's very, very difficult. This person is over 20, 30 years old. The parent cannot change him or her. And you are the superhero that, oh yeah, he or she got a terrible attitude. When we marry, he's going to change. I'm not sure about that. If the parent cannot work on him or her for 20, 30 years, are you the one that's going to work on him or her? You don't want to marry an headache. You don't want to marry a problem. So courtship in the right way will make you discover a lot about the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. And during courtship, you start to discover so many things. I'm going to repeat myself. If those things you discover, the good ones, fine. But the bad ones, if it can be adjusted, fine. But all those bad attitudes, everybody have their own bad attitude. Even me that I'm speaking here, there's some things I'm working on myself, I used to have an anger attitude when I was small, but by the time I'm 18, 20, I start to work on myself, and I start to pray as well. And I'm as gentle as anything now. And I've got a military background as well, so I discover a lot. And when I see life, I just want to take it easy. So when you discover your partner having a serious issue that you cannot live with, please don't push it. Don't force the marriage. If you force the marriage, I'm honestly speaking, you're going to force out of it as well. So courtship in the right way is available on Amazon. Like I said, at the end of this discussion, I'm going to put a link where you can get your copy. And this is just the volume one. I'm working on the volume two that's going to come out as well. And after courtship, we'll move on to marriage. I'm still going to write. I'm writing on it at the moment. So I'm going to, when that is available, I'll let you know. So this is just a courtship in the right way. And to summarize everything, you need to build a relationship before it goes to marriage. You need to discover the person you want to spend the rest of your life with in so many areas: the background, his friends, his lifestyle, the kind of people he rolls with or she rolls with, and his general attitude. Is he a go-getter? Is he someone that will always back you up when there's problem and challenges? All this will be discovered during courtship, and you have to do the courtship in the right way. Like I said earlier on, I'm going to repeat it: no sex before marriage. If he or she loves you, it's going to wait. It's going to wait until you get married, and after marriage you can do anything. So there's a lot to discover, and courtship should be done in the right way for you to be able to discover if you're meant for each other. Counseling as well is very important. I mentioned it briefly. During courtship, you need to go for counseling. You need to have maybe a mentor, someone that will guide you, probably a Christian or a Muslim that knows the right thing, or even your parent. If you have a genuine reason, you meet each other's parent. A guy or a lady will be eager to meet your family if they want to marry you. If a guy start to post you that, okay, I don't have the time now, we're going to see your family later, and 6 months, 8 months, you've not met any of your parents, then you need to start to check. You need to start to check. But like I said earlier on, this book will open your eyes to so many things that can help you to have a good foundation that will help your marriage, friends as well, family. All this you need to discover during courtship. And if the courtship is done in the right way, there's a better chance of having a good marriage.